This is the TOPS ALRT knife. That's ALRT. It stands for Anywhere Last Resort Tool. All right, it's a small, compact, and very tough little utility fixed blade, I would say. All right, now you see it comes with the TOPS birth certificate. All right, all TOPS knives come with a little birth certificate. Pretty cool. Shows when it's made. Also comes with this flat whistle, signal whistle, similar to on Swiss Army knives. It basically comes with a little kit. All right, this is a micro light. It looks like a squeeze light, but actually it'll just stay on until you squeeze it. So it's a switch light. There you go. And it comes with this bead chain if you want to wear it as a neck knife, so you can put it through the sheath. Me personally, I would just put this on my keychain. I wouldn't even use that. All right, and it also comes with this fairly nice swing gate carabiner right there. All right, so that's all the stuff it comes with, and the price tag for the knife and the little kit. It was $23. Alright. Alright, now here you see the knife itself. According to my measurement, the total length of the knife is 3.6 inches. Alright, and the total length of the cutting edge, you see right there, the total length on that was 1.4 inches. And you see it does have the black powder coat, the protective coating. They call it the traction coat. The steel on this is 1095 high carbon steel. Okay, so very tough, durable steel that TOPS uses on most of their knives. See, it has a lanyard hole there. It has Special Forces symbology right there. The arrows, actually, that goes back to Native American, but it's used in Special Forces patches. The handle is skeletonized, which is a fancy knife term for meaning that there's a hole in the handle. And you can see how that hole can be useful for maintaining a positive grip on such a small blade. And it also just makes it lighter. Right now you can see it is pretty thick for a small blade. You can see the thickness. A nice little durable tool. It's basically like kind of like a box cutter, but a whole lot more. It'll take a whole lot more punishment and abuse. Almost like a little, it's almost like a little mini pry bar, Now there are a few different ways to hold this. You see it has jimping there as well as jimping there. Obviously that, alright, that's for if you want to hold it like that. Alright, and I've found it useful to hold it like this. If I'm opening a package, I can do a strong draw cut like that. Alright, and you can also hold it like that for a lot of precision. You see your thumb is going to naturally be right there on the jimping. And people are going to ask, can you use this as a punch dagger? It's not designed for that, but yeah, I mean, in theory you could either this way, or if you want the tip more aligned with the center, you can hold it like that. Now, one thing about this this cutout here, it's a good fit for my finger. Okay, it's pretty perfect for me, but I have medium size fingers. If you have like really wide fingers, it might be a little too tight on your fingers. Okay, so yeah, if you have really wide fingers, you might want to skip this one, or you can just hold it like that. Hold it like that. All right, and just one important note, if you did end up using this as a punch dagger, you can injure yourself if you use it wrongly, okay? If you do a full force rear cross into someone, you could actually end up messing up your finger, okay? So, you know, if I used this that way, I wouldn't do like a big full force punch. I would do more like a peck, more like a jab, you know. The bad guy's guard is up, boom. You know, just a little jab to, I mean, that would be pretty nasty. Obviously, a peck to the eye can end the fight right there. So yeah, I would use it for jabs and pecks. I wouldn't like haul off with a huge strong punch because you could mess up your own finger there. So, you know, I would experiment on some real targets before you go thinking that you would do it, you know, that you would use it as that. All right, and this is the molded Kydex sheath with the beaner through it, and you know it fits nicely. I would probably just take the beaner off and put it through a key ring, but yeah, it holds it in. It's very secure, and deployment pretty easy. So it's a good sheath. I mean, it's nice and compact. The weight on this is 3.1 ounces. Okay, so this thing is very light, very handy. Now, if you want to see it compared to something in the same general idea, okay, here it is. Hold on. Next to the Boker Subcom, you see these are Microcom. Excuse me. This is the Microcom. It's like kind of like a fixed blade Subcom. But there you see the two knives, very similar ideas, small fixed blade utility cutters. Now the big difference, you know, this is a cheaper stainless and it's just altogether like lighter. I think it's around 2 ounces. So if you want something that's like just super light, you know, get this. But this is around the same size, but it's more durable. I mean, the carbon steel plus the thickness, if you want something that can take a lot of abuse, you know, you would want this one. And they are around the same price, okay? They're like low 20s in price. Both pretty cool knives. All right, and another size comparison. Look how small the Alert knife is compared to the Kershaw Skyline, known as a small EDC folder in itself, you know, a 3-inch blade. Look how small the TOPS fixed blade is. So that should give you some idea of exactly how light and small and handy it is. When the Skyline is open, it looks huge compared to the TOPS knife. So that's it's pretty impressive. I mean, you can get a lot of utility for such a small package, right? And more comparisons. This is a San Remu knife, the 707. I believe this is a copy of the Drifter, but this is a pretty popular little EDC beater that a lot of people have because it's, I don't know, I think you can get it for like $6 or something. But again, look how small the TOPS fixed blade is, even compared to the 707, which is known as like a small handy little beater folder. Alright, and here is the TOPS knife next to the Spyderco Ambitious. Even the little Ambitious is still, you know, the TOPS knife is able to compete very well, because look how much thicker the Ambitious is, and you know, the TOPS knife, it's about the same size, around the same size as the closed Ambitious, and a lot slimmer. Once you open it, the Ambitious, and this is a pretty dang small knife, but as you can see, it's big compared to the TOPS Alert. Alright, so my overall impression on the TOPS Alert knife, I recommend it. I like it a lot. I bought it for $23. I believe I got it at Knife Works. You got to be careful, because I've seen it selling for literally twice the price at some places. Right, and there are other models This is the smallest model. Okay, I got the smallest model because I figured if you're buying something like this, you mainly want the smallest, slimmest, lightest, most compact little fixed blade. The other models have two of these holes instead of one, so the handle is like twice as long. Right, but I like this little one the best. And they also have ones with micarta scales on the bigger models. Okay, but overall, I recommend it. The sheath, nice molded Kydex sheath. You get a whistle and a light and a beaner and everything. So you basically get a little mini kit with the knife. That's a nice touch. The steel is very durable. It's wide. This is basically a super box cutter. It's like a box cutter on steroids. That's what I'd consider it. You know, if you carry like a little folding box cutter and you want something that's just as useful and like 20 times as durable, then I'd recommend the TOPS ALRT. Alright, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the knife review and found it useful. Stay tuned for many more. I'm out of here.